Hello students, today we'll discuss about transcription in case of prokaryotes. See, what is transcription? In the last class only we have discussed about all these molecular events that DNA replication, then transcription and translation, all these things when I was discussing about the central dogma of molecular biology. Okay, so transcription means what? How different types of RNA molecules, mRNA, tRNA and rRNA, these are synthesized from DNA. So transcription is the process of synthesis of RNA from DNA. So in case of prokaryotes means what? Means the organisms which must be unicellular. Prokaryotes means nucleus is absent, pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. So mostly in case of bacteria come under the prokaryotes. So in case of bacteria, what is the enzyme for transcription? How in that case of bacteria, different types of RNA molecules are synthesized from DNA. All these things and the steps of transcription we'll discuss in details here. Okay, so see what is there. In case of bacteria, a single RNA polymerase is there, that is DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme, which depends on the template strand of DNA. What is template strand of DNA? I have told you that the synthesis of nucleic acid strand, maybe DNA, maybe RNA, always occurs in a single direction, that is 5' to 3'. Okay, and in case of DNA there are two strands. Out of the two strands, only one strand it synthesizes the RNA molecule. So RNAs are always single stranded and RNA's direction is always 5' to 3'. Okay, so which strand of DNA it synthesizes RNA is called template strand or non-coding strand, and the other strand it is called as coding strand. Okay, but it doesn't code for any protein. Only the non-coding strand is called template strand, which is 3' to 5' directed. In case of DNA, 3' to 5' directed strand of DNA is the template strand, which synthesizes 5' to 3' directed the RNA molecules. Okay, and what are the steps? How the transcription occurs? How the DNA molecule, the DNA template, it synthesizes the RNA? See what is there? DNA is made up of nucleotides. Nucleotides are linked to one another, forming the polynucleotide chain of the template strand, and the complementary nucleotides, they are incorporated and are linked by phosphodiester linkage to form the RNA. Okay, and how it occurs? There are three steps in the transcription, that is initiation, elongation and termination. So a single RNA polymerase enzyme is there in case of bacteria for the synthesis of all the three types of RNA molecules. Okay, and this RNA polymerase enzyme has 5 subunits. 5 subunits. It has what? See, it has 2 alpha subunits, 1 beta prime and 1 sigma subunit. Okay, so this is the RNA polymerase. It is made up of 5 different subunits. It's a mega enzyme. This RNA polymerase can accommodate about 60 base pair region of the DNA molecule during synthesis of RNA. This is such a big enzyme. Okay, and this RNA polymerase, it is loaded upon where transcription starts. Transcription doesn't start randomly at any point of the gene. I have told you that DNA is made up of genes. Genes are present in a sequence, and a single gene, it synthesizes a single mRNA which codes for a particular polypeptide or protein. So the gene starts with a promoter sequence. In the upstream of the coding sequence of the gene. Coding sequence means what? The sequence which codes for a protein is called the coding sequence or the structural gene. Okay, so upstream of the structural gene towards the 5' end, towards the upstream of the structural gene, there occurs the promoter sequence. Promoter sequence has a role so that it will provide particular space for binding of the RNA polymerase enzyme. Okay, RNA polymerase enzyme will be loaded upon the promoter, then it will unwind the double stranded DNA, then the template strand will start synthesize the RNA molecule. Okay, so how the RNA polymerase enzyme, it recognizes the promoter? How it recognizes? It's very funny, very interesting that the enzymes recognize a particular site in our body so that they take the action. Okay, and the RNA polymerase enzyme, it has sigma subunit. What I have told you, sigma subunit. This sigma subunit, it is called the initiation factor. Means this sigma subunit, it will recognize the promoter zone. See here, this is the promoter zone. This is the DNA double stranded. This is the structural gene part. It starts with a promoter and then structural gene is there. Then the terminator zone is there. Terminator means it is the termination point of the transcription. Here the gene is, means the gene ends here. Okay. So what is there? In case of prokaryotes, this promoter, it is having two units. One is -35, one is -10. And this is +1 I have written here. +1 means the structural gene starts from here. This is the first nucleotide of the structural gene. The structural gene starts from here. Okay. So -35 means it is -35 nucleotides back. It is -10 nucleotides back. Okay. So -35 is the promoter, which is what? It is having a sequence of, see, I have also written here TTGACA -35, and the -10 element, it is made up of thymine and adenine, and the sequence is TAAT -10. So two zones are there in the promoter, two units are there in the promoter, which are first accommodated or loaded by the RNA polymerase enzyme. This RNA polymerase enzyme, with the help of sigma subunit, it is loaded upon here. Okay, see, in the this is I have told you that this strand of DNA, it is 5' to 3' directed, the upper strand, and the lower strand, it is 3' to 5' directed. So the lower strand, 3' to 5' directed strand, it is called the template strand, and the upper strand, it is known as sense strand or the non-coding strand. Sorry, coding strand. So here in the step, RNA polymerase, it binds with the promoter with help of what? The sigma subunit. Sigma subunit along with the RNA polymerase, they load upon the promoter zone first. See here the +1 means structural gene starts here. First the promoter, on the promoter region only the RNA polymerase binds. Then what happens? This is the closed promoter complex. Closed promoter complex means in this situation the DNA double strand, it is not unwinded. The promoter zone is closed. Okay. Later on in the this zone, this -35, as I have told you, TTGACA, it is made up of the sequence. Here there is no opening of the DNA. Only DNA opening starts in the -10 element. This is the -10 element. In the -10 element only the DNA promoter region, it opens here. So in the next diagram, see here, DNA, it is unwinded here, and winding of the DNA with help of RNA polymerase starts in the Tata box region, that is -10 element, which is made up of TAAT. Means it is made up of adenine and thymine residues, and the bond is double bond. So it is very easy to unwind the DNA at this Tata box region in the -10 element. Okay. So here unwinding of the DNA occurs. See, winding of the DNA, unwinding of the DNA occurs. So this is called open promoter complex. Means in this region the promoter zone, it is open. The two strands of the DNA, they are unwinded now. Okay. So see, when the RNA sigma subunit's role, what is the role of sigma subunit? It is called initiation factor, means it has to just load the RNA polymerase enzyme on the promoter zone. Okay. Then after the sigma subunit, it is released. See, sigma subunit is released, and only the RNA polymerase enzyme with the rest 4 subunits. What are the 4 subunits? These 4. 2 alpha, 1 beta, 1 beta prime. Okay. So this 4 subunit enzyme is called core enzyme. But along with sigma, it is called hollow enzyme or complete enzyme. So first hollow enzyme was loaded. Then sigma, after its work is over, it will be released. Sigma subunit is released, and the 4 subunit enzyme RNA polymerase, it will now unwind the DNA continuously ahead of the structural gene, and this 3' to 5' running strand, the template strand, will synthesize the RNA polymerase enzyme. According to the nucleotide sequence, complementary nucleotides will be added to the 3' end of the newly synthesized RNA. So after release of sigma subunit, this is the zone here transcription initiation has occurred, where open promoter complex is formed, means transcription is going to be started. So when it will cover, it will unwind the +1 zone, then automatically RNA will be synthesized from the template strand, and now initiation of transcription occurs here. See, in the elongation part, what happens? Continuously this RNA polymerase enzyme, it will move towards the structural gene, it will move towards the covering the structural gene part, and it will synthesize the RNA here. See, this is -35, it has moved there, -35 zone, here it is -10 element, here it is +1, it has covered, and it has also unwinded some of the portion of the DNA unwinding, and then RNA has been synthesized. One thing I have to told you, that this RNA polymerase enzyme, it doesn't unwind the DNA randomly, or it doesn't unwind the DNA a huge amount. It just unwinds the DNA for a particular stretch, so that it will be easier for it to again wind it and to proceed forward. So what is the base pair region? What it unwinds? It is 12 to 17 base pair region. 12 to 17 base pair region of the DNA is first unwound, then the RNA is synthesized from that region, and during synthesis, the single stranded RNA, it remains base paired. It remains base paired with the template strand. Then this stretch is transcribed, then this zone will be what? Winded again. It will move, RNA polymerase will move forward, again the head zone will be unwinded. Again RNA will be synthesized. In this manner, it will reach towards the end of the DNA, end of the gene. And towards the end, what is there? Towards the end, the terminator zone is there. Towards the end, this termination zone, see, this is elongation, what we have discussed. Second step. In elongation, what happens? RNA polymerase enzyme, it moves ahead, and RNA, it is synthesized. Unwinding, then winding, again unwinding, then winding of the DNA. It occurs, and it moves ahead of the structural gene. When it reaches the termination or terminator zone, then termination occurs. Termination occurs how? See what happens. Towards the end of the gene, in the terminator region, GC rich palindromic sequence is present. Palindromic sequence means what? Palindromic sequence, it is present towards the terminator zone. In the terminator zone, this palindromic sequence, it is made up of G and C, guanine and cytosine residues. So what is a palindromic sequence? Palindromic sequence means the first half of the sequence, it is exactly complementary with the second half of the sequence, just like Malayalam. In Malayalam, the first half of the letters, they are exactly complementary to the second half. Complementary means just the opposite. Okay, so this DC rich palindromic sequence, it is there in the terminator zone. This terminator zone, it is also transcribed. After transcription, there will be what? CG rich sequence in the RNA, and RNA, as it is single stranded, after the synthesis of this termination zone, it will be what? It will form a stem loop like structure. Why? Because C, G, C like this. So RNA molecule, after synthesis, it will be forming a stem loop like structure in the termination zone, in the terminator zone. Okay, this is the RNA molecule. Okay, and at this time, when the stem loop like structure is formed, the RNA polymerase, it cannot move forward. Okay, and termination occurs. And another protein, it is called Rho factor, it is there for termination of transcription, so that this RNA, single stranded RNA, it cannot be covered by the RNA polymerase enzyme, and there will be dissociation of the RNA polymerase, dissociation of RNA from the DNA. Priorly, I have told you that during transcription, what happens? Template strand of DNA, it remains what? Base paired with the RNA. Then this RNA will be free after termination is there. Okay, so it's very easy. Another thing, what is there? Before the structural gene, one region is there, -10 to +1. One region is there, that is called leader sequence. This leader sequence is also transcribed. And before termination in the structural gene ending, there is a what? Another non-coding sequence is there. This is what? Leader sequence. Okay, and another sequence is there which is also transcribed. So what is there? In case of prokaryote, the RNA molecule, it is what? It is non-processed. It contains means all the nucleotide sequence of the DNA. In case of eukaryotes, it is processed after transcription is over. So initiation, elongation and termination, 3 steps are there. Initiation factor is sigma and the termination factor is rho. Rho is the protein which helps in dissociation of the what? RNA when it forms the stem loop like structure after synthesis of the termination zone, after what? Transcription of the termination zone, and there occurs termination of RNA from the DNA. Okay, and transcription is over. Okay, so all these things, see, again I am repeating, it covers about 60 base pair region, then only 12 to 17 base pair region, it remains unwinded at a time, it moves forward. After initiation, it's very easy, just the complementary nucleotides are added to the 3' end of the RNA so that it is transcribed continuously. Then at the end of the gene, there is terminator zone which is rich with GC palindromic sequences. It forms a stem loop structure in the RNA. Because of the complementary base pairing, the RNA is forming a stem loop structure. Then the Rho protein or Rho factor, it helps in dissociation of the RNA along with the RNA polymerase. So that termination is over. Okay, so it's very easy, but somehow students remain what means they are having such many doubts in this topic, but it's very easy and very interesting. Just you have to remember the steps: initiation, elongation and termination. Another thing I have to tell you that comment me and ask me if you have any doubt in the comment box. Okay, and later on we'll discuss the other parts of the molecular basis of inheritance. Like, share my channel. Thank you.